Hi, this is Nnamdi. Welcome back to African Viewpoint. So I am back again with this video and this very interesting topic about San Francisco, a liberal city that quietly passed a bill to give reparations to the black people, $5 million each. It sounds good, right? It sounds good, of course. When you give somebody $5 million as a reparation for what the whites or America has done to the blacks way back during the slave days, it's a cool thing. It's a noble move, right? But there are a lot of problems to it. But the issue now is that I see through their shenanigans. I don't think they are doing this because they like the blacks. I don't think they are doing this because they want to, like, really be sorry for what they did or the white did to the blacks way back in the slavery time. I think why they are doing this is they are trying to just to get the blacks, to get the black votes. I think that's what they are trying to do. But it's also dumber to know that this same San Francisco does not even have the money to sponsor this, to carry out this bill, because they are already on a $1 billion deficit. Can you imagine? A city that is on a deficit of $1 billion has quietly passed a bill to give reparations to the blacks, a bill to give $5 million reparation to each person of black people in the city. Does it make any sense? It doesn't. Of course, they are giving people false hope. That is not their business. That is not what they intended. Their intention was not to to help the blacks, but their intention is just to get that votes and to get the blacks back, get them back on the line, get them back to the plantation. And unfortunately, some blacks are going to buy this and are going to see it as something that the Democrats are doing for them. So I'm going to play the video and you'll see the rest of the story there. But before we do that, I will urge you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and also like and share. That will go a long way to helping this very channel grow. Thank you. So let's watch and go into it.
Well, new outrage now after San Francisco's Democratic mayor quietly signed a proposed reparations bill. Eligible recipients could receive $5 million checks, but funding for the program remains a question amid San Francisco's historic budget deficit. Well, let's bring in Fix California senior advisor Katie Zakaria. She's also a political analyst and an attorney. And thank you so much for joining us today, Katie.
Good morning.
I'm going to play something. I want to pull something up first of all, because I'm a bit confused about this reparations bill. Here is one of the quotes from the mayor. He said, "I was elected to drive San Francisco's recovery, and that's what I'm focused on every day. We are not allocating money to this fund. With a historic $1 billion budget deficit, we are going to spend our money on making the city safer and cleaner." But then I'm a bit confused. He announced this bill. He did it in quiet a couple days.
It should be confused, and anyone should be confused. And that means that the mayor is also confused. He quietly signed a bill and passed a bill that is going to fund a reparation, $5 million reparation to the black communities. And in the same breath, he now says that this fund, that this bill is not going to be sponsored by whatever fund they have, because from their budget, because they are already running $1 billion deficit. But then, if you know you don't have the money, why did you pass the law? Why did you pass the bill in the first place? And if you think you can deliver, why not reveal how you're going to do it? He couldn't, because there is no way, and there was no way he could do it. That is the reason he couldn't say. So he's confusing, and he's confused. And also, my take on this is that this move is an insult to the black community and the black intelligence, the black man's intelligence, because they think that they could get away with it. That once they do that, they are pandering and gaslight them with this type of a thing or promise, that the blacks will always fall in line, as they usually do, unfortunately, that they will always fall in line and hopefully, and be hoping upon hope that at the end of the day that they will be able to deliver this. Like I said earlier on, even the NWACP came out and said that this thing is not practical, that this thing is not realistic. There is no way they can fund this proposed bill. So how do they intend and why? What is the reason? To get the votes, but at the same time, kind of saying indirectly that the black community, that the black people are fools or maybe stupid and dumb.
Before Christmas,
because
he says they don't
will
have the
believe
money
in
for
anything.
it. So what's the point of it?
This is truly Nero fiddling while Rome burns. They're at a historic deficit, $1 billion deficit in San Francisco. They can't retain their citizens because it is such a difficult city to live in. They're fleeing at record rates, and yet they're making these empty promises on a reparations bill that can't be funded, and they're not going to allocate funds for to begin with. So what are they doing? They're virtue signaling. They're pretending they're trying to bring in new voters. They're trying to give these empty promises to residents of San Francisco, hoping they'll believe the hot air. And meanwhile, what are Republicans
hoping that they will believe? They need to apologize. They need to apologize. Except if something happens, otherwise happens. They need to apologize. This is an insult. And I hope that every black American sees it, living in that city sees it as an insult by the Democrats. And this is their playbook all along. This is their playbook.
doing? What has President Trump done? He's actually delivered historic tax cuts. We're going to start seeing this next year through the One Big Beautiful Bill. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and it's actually going to deliver real results for American people, while those in San Francisco are just literally decimating the city and cannot deliver on anything that they're promising.
Yeah, and in fact, you say this is an attempt to get new voters.
So you have seen it and you have heard it. These people are crazy. Sometimes I don't know why all these blacks kept on electing the same set of people that destroy their city. The same people that don't enable them, don't kind of give them the enabling environment to thrive. But instead, what they all do at every time is to be brainwashing them and giving them this mental slavery. Putting them in these states that they will always depend on the Democrats to succeed, making the blacks to think that the white man has always been the problem, so that they will not strive or work hard to succeed. Because if they keep the black people to be dependent on the Democrats, they will keep on voting the Democrats, and then the blacks will not be able to succeed and get out of the plantation, because they will always depend on the handouts and the stipends they give to them. I hope that the blacks, and I see some of them are beginning to wake up, and they are doing so very well for themselves. Look at what is happening. Look at the African people that migrate to America. Why are they successful? Many of them are very, very successful. Most of the immigrants from Africa to the United States, they are very successful. Why is it not that the black Americans cannot also replicate this success? They can, but it has to do with the mentality. It has to do with the mindset, and the mindset to be able to do something and be something has been destroyed by Democrats. Information warfare, that is what is happening. But I pray that my people, you black, because we are brothers, okay? We Africans and the black Americans are brothers. But this is also what also pisses us off, we Africans. Sometimes when we look at some of our black Americans, we think that they are too lazy or they are too gullible, that they listen to all this trash from the left and keeping them in that plantation and making them to feel that they are always a victim. Come to my country. Come go to other African countries. We know what you have in the United States. But I don't want to go into that down that rabbit hole. So let me just stop it here. What do you think? Do you think that these people, San Francisco and the Democrats, are manipulating the black people to get their votes and to keep them permanently in the plantation, giving them false hope and giving them something that is not possible instead of being realistic? So whatever you have, whatever that is your opinion, please put it in the comment section below, and also like and share and click the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video such as this, you'll be one of those to receive it. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.